Hi, this is Kathy at inkingpaperwithkat.com. Welcome to my craft room. Today's project is an EOS Lip Balm Box. Perfectly holds one EOS Lip Balm. Great for a small gift. Might even be good for a teacher gift or a coworker. Let's get started. You need a piece of cardstock that measures 7.5 by 6 1/4, a scrap piece of Whisper White for stamping, a scrap piece of Blushing Bride for punching, and 6 pieces of DSP 1.5 by 1.5. This is from the birthday bouquet set. Beautiful paper in that set. Alright, let's do our scoring. Simply scoreboard. I'm going to start with the long side on the top. And we are going to score at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, 7. Turn it to the short side, and we are going to score at 1/2 inch, 2 1/4, 4 inches, 5 3/4. Okay, that's all of our scoring done. And this is what the box will look like when you're done with all of your cutting and rounding of the corners. So, let's start removing some sections. If you hold your paper so that your narrow column is on your right, you are going to remove the small rectangle and the first square. You are going to repeat that on the other side. So now that's where we're at. You are going to cut up these score lines. Remove this small square and narrow rectangle. And repeat on the opposite side. So again, up the score line, up this score line, and remove this section. Alright, now we're also going to remove the small rectangle on each of the outside flaps. Okay, so this is what we have. Oh, I didn't remove one of these. Alright, now let's go in and wedge these so that you have a neater close. All right, let's fold and burnish. All right, what we need to do now is round off some of these corners. So this flap that is going to be tucking in, you want to round that off. Same on the other side. Now this next step is not totally necessary. I just like the finished look it gives, and that's to round off these flaps. But you can totally skip this step. Okay, now we're going to apply our DSP. And if you look at your box, when it folds up, it's going to fold up like this. Opens at the top and the bottom. So you want top, bottom, and all of the sides to have DSP. So we can just use snail to apply this. Make sure that you're getting those nicely centered so you have an equal border. Okay, put our box together. I'm going to use some tear and tape. Lay it close to your fold and cut. I take a little wedge while I'm cutting, make sure my tape goes all the way to the edge. Pull that off, adhere it, and close up your box. Stick your little EOS lip balm inside. And now let's do some stamping. I'm using a stamp, the Hi, that's all, from Party Pants. This was a Celebration stamp set, so it's no longer available, but you can use any saying that you have that you really like. This one, it fits inside of the 1 1/4 inch circle punch, and that was the size that I wanted. I'm using mint macaroon ink to pick up on some of the flowers in the DSP. Take your 1 1/4 inch punch, enter your gradient, punch it, and we are also going to punch a 1 3/8 inch circle out of the blush and bride. We will use some dimensionals and pop these up. You could easily get away with 1 dimensional. I just like to have a little bit of extra stability for my paper. Center that so you have a little bit of a border. Dimensionals on the back. You can put it on the top of your box, you can put it on the front of your box. I'm going to put it on the top of my box. And I think I will just add a little bit of bling to this and put some rhinestones on it. I think we'll just put them on the sides. And there is your EOS Lip Balm Box. Hope you enjoyed the project. See you soon.